Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's Joe Leann. It's a pleasure to have your company on this Friday morning. We've all got the Friday feeling, I can tell you today here at Crafters TV. It's going to be a great day, a masterclass in the topic of Edgeables coming your way this morning. And then a little bit later, Colour Me Happy will be here in its new time slot of 4 p.m. UK time or 11 a.m. Over on the East Coast. Today we're talking all about Edgeables in masterclasses. And masterclasses is that sort of one opportunity where we can really go back, really concentrate on all the different concepts that you're creating with one type of die. We've got loads of different Edgeables for you available in the show, and we'll be taking you through those. But taking us through the concepts, my friend and colleague Leanne is here. How are you, Leanne?
I am very well, thank you, Joe, and absolutely thrilled to be able to work with you 2 days because I missed you when you were away, and I'm dead pleased you're back. I can't wait to go through all of these different things that we can do with Edgeables, because they are probably, along with Create a Card, one of the most versatile die ranges we do. So many different things, and hopefully we're going to cram as much as we can in to this couple of hours.
Yeah, absolutely will. And bear in mind as well, if you love Edgeables and you love Edgeable masterclasses, I think this is the 4th or 5th Edgeable masterclass that we've done. And the great thing is, all of our shows, of course, you can go back and watch them back over on Crafters TV. And you can watch and shop at the same time there as well. www.crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, and then you'll see everything you need there. You can shop the show, you can get ahead and look at absolutely everything. So we probably won't even get to show you everything in the show. If you've been creating beautiful concepts and wonderful cards with Edgeables, then we'd love to see some of your photos. You can send them in to us. It's really simple to get in touch with us. You can send your pictures and any of your questions if you want to as well to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I will also be monitoring the conversation over on the Crafters TV Facebook live feed as well. So I'm there at the moment. I can see Debbie's in. We've got double Debbie we got as well. Debbie Rogers and Debbie Holiday. And so I see Stephen is tuned in. Suzette is here. Kat's here in North Carolina. Debbie Fisher's watching as well. Good morning, Debbie Fisher. I can see Hannah and Helen and Sandra and loads of you. Any questions that you've got about anything that we see as we go through, make sure you get it in there. Also, shut the front door. It is our Triple the Fun, Triple Points weekend for you. It launched yesterday morning. It's going to run right the way through until Sunday night, and it means you get triple points on absolutely everything. So if you've been eyeing the next level of the club in Club Inspire, then this is definitely the weekend to allow you to get there, I would say, allow you to get to that next level in the club. Shall I quickly wish you for everything that we've got on the show today? Because there is absolutely loads. Now, I'm glad Debbie Fisher's watching, because we've got the Debbie Fisher balls on the show. I know the lovely Debbie Fisher had a hand in the concept and the design of these, and they are absolutely fantastic. So they're an Edgeable, which means you can do all of your different Edgeable techniques that you'll want to with these. But the great thing is that they've got words and sentiments built into them. So you can see you've got that one there, which is thank you as your first one. Also, with the waste, it's no waste. You can take that out and do something with it as well. You've also got with love, that one's coming in here too, which is brilliant. And again, whether you want to use them on the sides, whether you want to use them over the edge, whether you want to use them as a topper, it is completely up to you. You've also got hello in this collection. You've got good luck in here as well. So all really usable sentiments. Happy birthday, probably the most used sentiment of all, I would imagine. 2 different ways of doing it there. Love that just by changing up the concept and the design and also the cardstock colours and the theme, you're able to create something very, very different. You've got Thinking of You, which is that beautiful one there. You've also got as well Congratulations in here. And then finally, the last one you're getting is Best Wishes. You're getting 8 of them in there. You've got a saving of £17 almost $25 you're saving. Remember, you'd get triple points on that as well. So if you were in the UK, you'd be getting nearly 150 points. You'd be getting over 200 points if you were in the US. Well, that you wouldn't be far off bronze just on that one purchase alone if you were in the US, which is fantastic. We've also got, shall I show you? Because get Club Inspire and you get so many great juicy discounts. You've got absolutely, there it is over this side. You can see all the discount levels there that apply to you. And of course, you can use those Club Inspire discounts off of absolutely everything that we show you in our shows here on Crafters TV. Right, I want to quickly whiz you through the other Edgeables that I've got for you on the show today. These are the lace Edgeables. I remember us launching these and they were so incredibly busy when we did so. So you've got different options in here. This one is your Edwardian Rose that you can see just here. It gives you that beautiful design. Wonderful for things like your stained glass window effects. This one here is your Heartfelt Wishes. In this collection, you're also going to get your butterfly lace, the Schmetterlings. These ones always so popular. It's usually your favourite one individually, the butterfly lace. You've got the ornate henna, which is that one here. You've also got as well your traditional lace, which is that one there. No, sorry, that one was your traditional lace. There we are, got it in the end. That one there is your Venetian scrolls that you've got as well. All of those, all 6 of those, £40 or $58 if you want to grab those. And again, a great saving there. There is a multi-buy available on both the collections. On the words, you can get 2 of those for £14 or $20. On the lace, you can get 2 of those for £15 or $24. So a great way of getting a hold of them. Let's just whiz through a couple of things that you've already found on the website that are proving busy as well. The Stampin' Dies, these are again Edgeables. These are our Edgeable words in here. In this collection, you've got wishes, believe in the magic, joy, hello, and thinking as well. Customise that with your own sentiment. A really affordable way to get into our Edgeable concepts there, £14 or $23. The next one we've got for you is a Scoremaster board and envelope. I always struggle with this one. Envelobox Creator. It's like Aurora Borealis. Yeah, I can't say that one either. £18 or $23 if you want to get this. It's your Scoremaster. It's going to allow you to do all of your card blanks, but then create all of your envelopes with the Enveloboxer as well. You'll never buy card blanks and envelopes ever again once you've got that. The Guillotine is always so incredibly popular when we bring it to you. This is the small one we've got here, $19.99 or $27.96 if you want to grab hold of that. I'll get Leanne to tell us more about that because it took quite a long time to develop that product. We've got some stamps available on the show for you as well. 20 of them in here for £3.50, and these are really quirky sentiments. I'll take you through those hopefully a little bit later in the show. They were very busy when we featured them recently. Good saving on that one for you there as well. The next one I know is going to be very, very busy, and you will love this with your Edgeables because this pastel cardstock what we've got, I'll take you through it a little later in the show. You'll be paying not far off that just for the cardstock on its own. However, today you're going to get the tape in there, and you're also going to get the pokey tool as well. We struggled to keep the tape and the pokey tool in stock, so it's great to have them on a deal on this show. Also, the 8x8 cardstock is available for you as well, $13.49 or $17.95. A few different options here. You've got brights, pastels, or neutrals to choose from. It is in stock. I know we didn't have that in stock for a little while. If it's cardstock you're after as well, we've got another collection available for you, which is the bright card and paper bundle, $5.99, $9.99. This is on a buy more, save more though. So 2 of these for £10 or $16, of course. 4 of them cost you £20 or $32. The acetate, also very busy. I know our Crafter's Companion acetate has not been in stock for a very long time, the heavyweight one, but we have managed to source some from the lovely folks over at Hunky Dory, $9.99 or $13.99. You've got 30 sheets there of 220 micron, which is a really, really good weight, that one. Also, if you want some adhesive, that's on the show for you today as well. This is your Call-Out all-purpose glue that you've got there, along with your 3D glue gel, $6.38 or $12.72, which is a fantastic price on that. Right, should we see who's tuning in this morning? I see Sonia is in as well. Sonia's got another new picture, so 3rd new picture in just over a week. A lot of people saying that they're ready for all of Leanne's there. It's great to have Leanne. Sally saying, Leanne, you look drop dead gorgeous. The hair is beautiful. Isn't it just... You went yesterday, didn't you? You said you had quite a nice experience.
I had thank you so much. That is so kind of you. I had a fabulous experience yesterday at the salon in Langley Park in County Durham. I'm going to give them a plug. If anybody's looking for a new hairdresser in the North East region, go to the salon at Langley Park because they were exceptional. They really took care of you. They had lots of safety in place, and all of the time they did that with a huge smile and just made you feel very relaxed and very welcome. So I had an amazing salon experience yesterday, and it was no too short in coming, if that's the right word, but honestly it was just amazing. But thank you for your lovely comment.
It looks beautiful. I must say your hair looks gorgeous, and I'm loving you in that colour today as well. Now, Edgeables, I think, and you did touch on it earlier, Leanne, along with credit cards, it's one of the things that we're really famous for here at Crafter's Companion, isn't it?
Really it is, and they came along after our creator card. So creator card was the first time that a concept die of that nature had ever been created in the craft industry. And so we were leading the way all the way back then. I think it's about 8 years now, or 9 years even ago, when we did our first Create a Card die. And since then, we have been at the cutting edge of all of the conceptual dies that are out there in the industry now. And Edgeable is certainly one of those because it really is versatile. Are we going to have a look straight away? Are we going to dive in, Joe?
I think we should
Or have you got more to do?
If you're all right to dive in, then let's dive in.
I'm ready to dive in, unless you've got some more things to show us. and talk to us about.
I'm like a coiled spring ready to go with these demos this morning.
Let's go for it. And at some point, I am going to talk to you about my guillotine because it is exceptional. And I know that some of you have already been shopping ahead because of that fabulous discount we've got on getting your guillotine. And if you haven't got a good cutter at home, this is the one that you need. And all of my cutting today, you can see I've got two. I'm greedy. I've got my little one and I've got here hiding, look, my big one. And I can't be without them. I use them all the time. I am showing off. Well, so, you know, if you've got it, Joe, flaunt it. That's what I say. Yeah, absolutely. Right, so Edgeables, what are they and what can they do? So I'm going to start with the word Edgeable, and we're going to start with this fabulous happy birthday one because, as you quite rightly pointed out at the beginning there, Joe, it is probably the most wished sentiment in card making. So I've got my happy birthday Edgeable, and what I've got here is several cut and folded white cards, and we're going to look at how we position it. So the concept of an Edgeable, let's just talk about it first off, Joe. And I'm going to grab a card to show you because this is the kind of thing we're going to do. Different sentiment, but same thing. What you've got is a die that will cut on the bottom edge, but does not cut on the top edge. So it cuts in all of the detail, above that bottom cut line, which gives you, here is your bottom cut line here. And then everything above that is cut into the card, which gives you the flexibility to put that design in a myriad of different places. And with this one, you can see here, I've got that thank you at 2 different positions on my card, depending on where I have positioned it and how much I decide I want to cut away from the bottom, because the only cut edge is at the bottom edge. So that's what an Edgeable will do for you. Let's have a look at how you position it and cut it. So my first card here, I've just got a square 5 3/4 inch cut from a piece of A4 card. If you're in the US, you're going to do that probably at 5.5 inches from your letter size card, or you might have some pre-cut card blanks. And if you have, then you can certainly use those. So these Edgeables are perfectly sized to work on that 5 3/4 inch of the width of a card there, but equally, because we've got the design positioned really well, if you were working on a slightly smaller card, for instance 5.5 in the USA, you would just hang your die off the end a little bit and it's still going to look lovely because you've got a full scallop on there. Okay, so that deals with the sizing.
Could you use it on a bigger card if you wanted to?
You can absolutely use it on a bigger card, and I have done that. So I've done it on a 8x8 card actually, where I had the happy birthday running twice, so it was like a roller coaster, and I did that on my larger Gemini machine. A roller coaster. Yes, that's the northeast. A roller coaster. It was like a roller coaster on the front of my 8x8 card, darling, and I did that on my Gemini machine. But if you're here in the northeast, you kind of go on a roller coaster. You have to go on a roller coaster. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just going to position my happy birthday die there. I'm going to do it near the bottom, and I'm using my repositionable tape just to keep that still. And I always use the repositionable tape at the bottom where the cut edge is, because this is getting cut away, so I don't risk doing any ripping or damaging of the surface above that line. Now I'm going to use my junior because I can. I don't think I need my metal plate, and because this is just a simple concept and the card is a little bit longer than a junior plate, that doesn't matter because you can hang it out the side. So we position that onto the junior plate there, as you can see. And then we're just going to build up the rest of the plates. So I've got my shim, I've got my magnetic, and I've got my top plate. And you can see there that my card is hanging out the back of my junior. The width is okay, but the card is a little long. If you are going to do that, when you put it through your die cutting machine, what you need to make sure you do is this goes last. So you feed with this edge, and there should be nothing hanging out here, because you don't want this to get wrapped around the rollers and break your machine. So if you're doing a concept card on your Gemini Junior that is longer than the plates that you've got, then you leave that piece of card hanging out of the back here.
Very busy on this whole collection. That is what people are going for pretty much immediately. Lots of you saying in the comments you've been waiting for this. Don't forget, you can go for it in the multi-buy if you want to as well. 2 for £14 or $20. So it's completely up to you. Grab a couple or grab all of them. Happy birthday and congratulations are the two busiest. Not surprised there, are you, Leanne?
No, I'm not surprised. They're two of the most usable words that you would ever send a card for. Because let's face it, we're sending congratulations for a wedding anniversary, we're sending it for passing an exam, for passing a driving test, for announcing that you're about to have a baby, for having a baby. There are so many times you want to say congratulations to somebody in the year, and happy birthday, well, it's the most celebrated occasion, isn't it, for every one of us? And we've all got one, yeah.
I've got two, I'll tell you about that. Well, basically, my parents, we celebrated my birthday on the wrong day. For 19 years. Did you know about this, Leanne?
Oh my word, no, I don't, Joe.
This
is hilarious.
So basically, my mum used to move my birthday around depending on when it suited her when we were kids, because they work weekends and bank holidays and stuff. And my brother's always fell on a bank holiday, so they'd move it, telling me he was born a couple of days earlier or a couple of days later. And mine, they used to move it around if it fell at the weekend as well. So when they applied for my passport when I was like 3, I don't think my mum really knew what day it was. And because we'd had it on the 27th the year before, she put the 27th down, sent it off to the post office with the date of birth, the birth certificate. They didn't check it properly. So then my passport came back with 27th on it. So you always, what you go to documents your passport, isn't it? So as far as I was concerned, yeah, I was born on the 27th of September until when I was 19, I lost my passport and had to get my birth certificate out for a new one. Transpired that actually I was born the day before on the 26th of September. So now I just celebrate both. I'm like the Queen now.
I think that's fantastic, Joe. What a story that is. That is amazing. I mean, good on your mum for just moving it around to make it convenient, which is brilliant. It's
great,
the fact that you got your passport with it on, I've never heard anything like it. I mean, I have 3 birthdays every year.
Right, how have you got 3?
Well, just because so I've got a birthday with my husband.
Right.
And then I have a birthday when my son and his girlfriend can join. And then I have a birthday with the rest of the family.
Perfect. That's a good idea.
I mean, sometimes if I'm having a birthday with friends and then a birthday with my in-laws as well, then it could be 5 birthdays. It goes on. My husband says, you don't have a birth daily and you have a birth month, because the celebrations just go on. I do love birthdays though, Joe. Not just my own, everybody else's. I just think it's a really lovely celebratory time of the year, isn't it? And you should celebrate the fact that you've getting through another one.
I prefer other people's birthdays. I tend to do more for other people's birthdays than I do for my own birthday. I get a bit... Just don't really do. I'm actually here for my birthday this year. I'm quite up to TV. We'll have my birthday together, which will be lovely.
Oh, that would be nice. Oh, I'll come in especially. That'll be nice. Well, we might even be together. Who knows?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
When's yours?
Mine is January.
Right. Okay.
January the 15th, in fact. And that was a big one for me this year, Joe.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
40. Big 40.
If only it was 40. Very kind of you to say, but we all know that's not true. Now, I'll just talk to you what I've done here, because we were having a nice little chat. So I cut that through, and you see when we were talking about our bits and bobs there, I just removed the die, and we've got that fab concept that I was showing you at the beginning, where you've got the lovely happy birthday. And if I just bring a lovely piece of that bright blue cardstock in out of one of our 8x8 pads that we've got, you can see how lovely that stands out, can't you? It looks really gorgeous. So while we were chatting, I took another half fold card, because this is great to just show you how they work, the concepts. So it was exactly the same concept shaped card to start with, so it's just a half fold tent. And all I did was position the word up the right hand side this time for a change. So I positioned it on the right hand side and I've cut it. Now remember, because I said they only cut on the bottom edge, what we've got then is this little bit left here. So I would get a craft knife and a ruler. Can't find my ruler, so I'm just taking the craft knife. And then you just snip that away. And what that does is give you an alternative look for where your Edgeable is. So you see, if I grab another piece of yellow card here, I think I've got one lying around. There it is there. You can see the difference.
I thought you just ripped that off that card then for a second.
No.
I thought you just tore that out of a finished card. Oh, I'll have that bit.
I'll have that bit. Nobody else is using it. It's mine. And it just shows you how you can position these wherever you fancy, really. And do you know what I think might look nice? Let's do it. I wasn't planning on it, but I'm going to do it. Let's put this on the opposite side of here too and put that through and see what it looks like.
Oh, nice.
So this is what I mean about being able to just decide what you want to do and where you want to position it, and have a nice time with them, just explore. And fabulous that it only cuts on that bottom edge, because you can really go to town and start to... now, is that going to work? No, that's going to work. See? Oh, now what nearly happened there? I was looking here, and you should do this too at home when you get them. Just always say to yourself as a final check, it cuts on the bottom edge. So what would have happened here is I would have had just a scallop at the bottom, because all of that would have come off.
Oh dear.
So I said a little check to myself, it cuts on the bottom edge. So now I realise I need to turn that round and have it going in the opposite direction.
Do Edgeables normally cut on the top edge? Or do they always cut on the bottom edge?
So it depends on the Edgeable concept that you're buying. We do have some Edgeable dies that cut a little bit on the top edge and don't cut on the bottom edge, so that you can cut it in and it sticks out.
I guess our lace ones are like that, aren't they?
Yes, exactly. The lace ones that we're going to have a look at in this show, I'll be saying to you, they cut on the top edge, not on the bottom edge. And it just gives you a different variety of concept that you can do. Brilliant, really, in terms of being cleverly thought through. But with one simple little die, giving you maximum flexibility for all of the different things that you can do and all of the different positions you can put them in. So let's run this through again and see what it looks like.
Fantastic.
And I like to do this when I get a new set of Edgeable dies. I'll just get myself a pile of 20 half-fold tent cards, and I sit with that die and see how many different ways I can cut it for different looks, to see how I feel about it and whether I think that looks like a concept I might want to use in the future. I then put them in a file with that particular die range, and then if my mojo's got up and done a little party and gone somewhere for the day, then I can get those out. I get the file out that's got all of those little practices I did in, and I've got the dies as well, and I can remind myself of what I did and what I loved. Now here's a one. So here's the tent card. Look what I did. Oh, that isn't very neat. You'll do this because I can't find my ruler, Joe.
Oh no.
I know. Let's trim this off here. So I'm a bit of a perfectionist. There we go. That's neater. So there, just by thinking, oh, I wonder what that's like if I turn it upside down and do it on the other side. Look at that lovely wave of a concept I've got on the front of a card. How nice does that look? It looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And that's just simple, moving on from there. Now, acetate. The construction acetate on this show.
It's very busy, by the way. Can I just quickly flash it up for everyone and show them? Leanne, it's the hunky-dory acetate. A couple of people in the comments were asking about the weight of it. It's 220 microns is the weight, and you get 30 sheets of it, which is fantastic. And it's on there for a great price, which is brilliant. It's $9.99 or $13.99. It doesn't mean much to me, microns. I'm not going to lie, Leanne. But it is heavy, this stuff, isn't it?
So, yes, honestly, Joe, microns for acetate is similar to GSM for cardstock.
Right, okay.
So, if you think about, like a piece of thin inkjet acetate, it's a bit of an excuse for a piece of acetate, really, because you need to print on it. This is about 3 times as thick as that. So it's got real fabulous, I've got a piece down here. You can do the wobble test with it. It's got real fabulous rigidity on it, and it's what we would call construction acetate. So you can make boxes from this, you can do a half-fold card from this, you can use this in the lid of your boxes to put a little window in when you've got a concept in there. We're going to do that later as well. There is so many different things you can do with this, and if you haven't bought this or haven't used it or experienced it before, I'm going to say just get yourself some this show, treat yourself, because you'll be surprised at how usable and how often you want to use this when you get it home. And actually, when that happens, you'll wish you'd bought 2 packets, because you'll use it up really quickly. So if you haven't, my top tip for you is do give it a go. I'm just going to score this piece here. I'm using my Ultimate Pro.
So will this die cut then, just like paper does and cardstocks do?
Absolutely, it will die cut. Now, what I will say is it will die cut with more simple shapes than complicated shapes. So your lace Edgeables wouldn't cut this very
Okay.
well. However, there is a way to use it with your lace edgeables that I will show you.
Wonderful.
And also I'm going to show you with your words as well. So you can see I've been able to fold that, and it's got a beautiful crease in it. That's my Ultimate Pro. And then that makes me a beautiful card that stands up and doesn't have those giraffe legs and fall down. That's how strong and rigid this fabulous acetate is. And then if I bring in my guillotine, hello, lovely little guillotine, I can cut through 2 layers of this acetate with this amazing guillotine, and I can line this up to make my 5 3/4 card. There we go.
Why is this guillotine so brilliant? Why is it different to other ones that are out there on the market,
Right,
Leanne?
okay. So, I mean, how long have you got, Joe?
I reckon we've got about 3.5 minutes.
Okay, well, I mean, I could talk about it for 2 hours if you like. But, okay,
That's what I thought I'd give you a... Can we get a clock in?
Yeah, get a clock in. Keep me the time, Joe, because you know what I'm like.
I know.
Right, so I'm going to cut this and then I'll tell you why. So I'm cutting through 2 layers of that really strong construction acetate, and I've got a perfect, I'm going to get a bit of card so you can see, look, a beautiful, crisp, smooth line through 2 strong layers. Why is that possible with this guillotine? It's possible with this guillotine because of this blade that we have created. And when I worked with the factory, and Sarah always tells this story, I am passionate about precise cutting, which is why our guillotines and our scissors are second to none in the craft industry, in my opinion. This whole machine was formulated around this blade, which is going to give you the precise cut every time. It is a fantastically sharp, so never hold it with this bit, crafted stainless steel blade, and it's curved, so you get that lovely smooth cut. A lot of guillotines don't have a curve on them. They're a straight blade, so you're chopping through harsh, and that's what makes it difficult and gives you a ragged, rough edge. You can cut a fly's eyelash with this, Joe.
A warthog's nostril.
Yeah, one of those 2, a hedgehog's whisker, and it will be precise. Now, let me show you what I mean by that. So I'm lining this up. I've got a piece of Centura Pearl cardstock here. I'm going to chop that down. And when I chop that down and then do this for you, and I'm going to invite, I don't know if we're zoomable here at Crafter's Companion. Are we zoomable? Or I could show you on the overhead if you like. Shall I do that? There, I'm just going to hold it up for you. Look, each end absolutely perfectly the same. That whole strip is symmetrical all the way down, so you don't have a little strip which is a bit wider at the bottom and long and shorter at the top. So that means when you're cutting your cardstock, you know it is absolutely precise, and you can do that with a piece that size or with a tiny little, look at this, flies, hang on, showing you there, tiny little fly's eyelash of a piece, both exactly the same size for cutting your own quilling strips. But for precision trimming for your matting and layering, honestly, matting and layering is so important when you're crafting, but it's got to be straight. There's no donkey back leg welcome in the world of mat and layering. It's got to be absolutely precise, and that's what this guillotine will do for you. Not only that, who just wants a guillotine in their life? Who wants guillotine only when you can have guillotine and scoring tool in one, so you can make your half fold cards if you're traveling
Fabulous.
immediately with this tool. And it will cut through more than 1 layer, Joe. It will do 1 or 2 layers as well. So you've seen I cut through 2 layers of really strong acetate earlier. Here is 2 layers of 300 GSM Centura Pearl, which is 600 GSM going through this guillotine right now, and it goes through warm knife through butter. So in terms of being precise in the measurements, the type of material it can cut through, the fact that you've got your scoring tool built in there too, that is the tool that you need to be able to take your crafting and your card making and your project making and your scrapbooking, whatever it is you're doing at home, from homemade to handmade, because everything is precise. and it has to be when we're crafting.
Absolutely, it does. Do not miss out on that. If you want it, $19.99, $27.96 if you're in the US. Lots of you talking about wrong dates in the comments, Leanne. Jan says the minister wrote down the wrong date on her marriage certificate. Pam says her husband's parents got the wrong date until he went into the Navy. They celebrated on 28th of October. It was actually the 27th. Debbie Holiday says it's a brilliant day to be born, the 26th of September. And Shadiah says, I share a birthday with her husband, which is why she likes me, she thinks. And Corey said, I always knew you were royalty, Joe. Maybe that's what it is. That's what the whole 2 birthday thing is about, you see. I want to quickly take you to the glues. Very, very busy on these. These are fantastic because what you've got is you've got your all-purpose glue. It is kind of the go-to glue, the hero tool of our glues. And then you've got that 3D glue gel as well, which is enabling you to build up depth and dimension. Great if you like doing things like your decoupage as well. It's like a silicone glue. It doesn't have that nasty odour, which is fantastic. $6.38 to get both of those, or $12.72 if you're across there in the US as well. Remember, triple points on this and absolutely everything that we've got on the show for you today. I'm just going to quickly whiz you through again what you're getting included, what the options are. Well, they're not... Well, I'd say they're options because they are available individually and on a 2-4. However, pretty much all of you are going for the main collections. But I just want to whiz you through what you're getting in here. So you're going to get in the word Edgeable, you're going to get thank you, which is this one just here. And again, another idea of using it just there. You've got with love in here. You can see lots of different ways of using all of these words. Loads of different concepts you're going to be able to create with this. You've got hello in here. You also have good luck, which is fantastic. Happy birthday, probably. I think this is actually the most popular individually, as we thought it would be. Thinking of you is also very popular today as well. You've also got congratulations in there, and you've got best wishes as well. So you'll get all 8 of them for £47 or $71. You can, of course, use your Club Inspire discount. Platinum members, you'll be getting just over £9 off in the UK. You'll be getting an extra $14 off of that in the US as well. Very, very busy. I'm going to hand you back to Leanne. Leanne, where are we going next? What's next?
So I've got one more quick thing to show you in terms of the basic concept. Then we're going to have to do a Z fold card with that fabulous sentiment on the bottom. Everybody loves a Z fold.
Sarah is obsessed with the Z fold.
She is obsessed,
Absolutely
that woman with
obsessed.
a Z fold card. But being able to do your Z fold with your fabulous sentiment on the bottom raises it up another fabulous notch. It's like, you raise me up. I know I'm singing all day, every day.
You really are. I know. You've had the right old sing song this morning, haven't you? What was you singing this morning?
I was singing Start Spreading News.
I thought you were. Yeah, New York, New York.
And yesterday I was singing Bonkers by Dizzy Rascal. What can I say? I've got an eclectic music
We were hoping to go and see Dizzy Rascal locally, but they've cancelled all of those shows. And we were meant to be going to see Six the Musical as well, weren't we?
We were.
Cancelled that.
And it was rude. And I feel like sending an email in protest to the organisers to say, it's just not on, because I was very much looking forward to seeing Dizzy Rascal. He looks like my brother Ryan. He does. He looks like my brother Ryan.
I'm going to bring this. I need to have a look.
He absolutely looks like my brother Ryan. So I've got another tenfold card here, and then you can see here I've got my happy birthday again. Pretend it's gone through the machine, and this is what you would have. So we've got our little bit here, and then we've cut off. This is the bit that we're cutting off. So you can see there, that's what would have come away. And then this bit's being trimmed off the bottom, talking you through what we've done. So then don't throw this away. Just move it down. And when you do that and you stick it to a piece of yellow card, look what you get. You get the shadow at the bottom in the same way as you had the cut here. And then we just stick that to the piece of yellow card for your half fold, and you get that fab effect there, which is offset, and you can use that little bit of card at the bottom. So you don't always have to throw away your waste. Does that make sense? Yes, right, good. Now, the other quick thing to show you, see, there's so many things. This is just one die, one cut, so many different ways. This is what you're going to be able to do at home. I've got 6 different concepts immediately with a little tenfold card. This is what you need to be doing at home. This one here, I've cut it at the top, but look, construction acetate. We've got that lovely acetate stuck behind there with a lovely patterned piece of paper behind, and you've got another fabulous example. All you need is a little ribbon, couple of gems, you're done. Bob's your uncle. So really easy and usable. Now, shall we have a look at the Z fold now, Joe? What I've got for my Z fold is a fold back gatefold card. So we've got the same concept card I cut out earlier, the square from a sheet of A4 or from your US size. Doesn't matter on the size you want. because the only important bit is that you make the next bit the same size. So let me explain what I mean to you by that. Here you can see this was a sheet of either A4 or US letter cardstock. Imagine that score isn't there. Folded in half down the middle. You can see that there. So that was in half down the middle. Then what we've done is score it again, and that on the top, on the front, and then fold that back on both pieces, on the one piece. And then what you do is just trim this to the height you want this cardstock, but keep this, because this is what will make your Z fold card for you. And the way it will make it is, now you've got this fold back piece here, you then simply turn this around, and now this will get stuck here. Sorry, this way. Just turn it around and over. This will get stuck here. So I'm going to do that again in case I confused you. I like to be clear. So we take it off, we turn it round, we flip it over. Okay? And then that gets... Oh, sorry. Oh, my word. Leanne.
There's too many flips in there.
There's too many flips. Right, here we go. You then turn it round on top of itself. There we are. Can we see what we did there? So I took that, same direction, and did that. And then that is what creates the Z fold card for you.
Fabulous.
That's how easy that is. Right.
Love that.
So we've got that all ready, and now we've got our die. Should we use a different sentiment this time, Joe?
What should we use this time?
What would you like? What would you like?
Oh, how about good luck? Have you got good luck there?
Have I got a good look here? I think I might. I've got a best wishes. I've got a hello. Thank you. No, I haven't.
Just typical. How about hello?
Let's do hello.
Adele's favourite sentiment.
No, come on, Lionel Richie. Come on. Hello, Lionel Richie had the song Hello nailed before Adele.
Yeah, he did. But if I'm going to sing a song with hello in it now, it's Adele, I must say.
No, for me, me it's Lionel. Mine, I do love the Adele one as well.
Yeah, they're both great.
Yeah, Adele's is hello.
Lionel's touring next year. We could go and see him, you know.
You are joking.
Yeah, no,
What?
he's touring next year. Should we go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, we're going to be dancing
He's got some
on
great
the
songs.
We're going to be dancing on the ceiling, Joe.
What a feeling, can you imagine?
Oh, my word.
There's loads.
Let's go. There's so many. Oh, can we go?
Him, the other one I love as well is Billy Ocean.
Oh, did you know? Did you just say that? Did you know this, or have you just? Is that true?
No, I love Billy Ocean. Yeah,
Is that
I've seen him
true?
live a couple of times.
So, oh my word, I'm so jealous.
Do you like
know,
Billy Ocean?
Do you know what my favourite song ever is? My one and only go-to. My favorite. If I had to be asked what my very favourite song is ever.
Get out of my dream. That one.
No.
No.
Red Light Spells Danger.
Oh yeah, that's a very good one. Do you
My
like that?
favourite. Billy Ocean. Red Light Spells Danger.
I think we're missing that. We're missing live music now, aren't we? I think
We
we're getting to
really
that
are.
point. We're starved of it. Stephen has got the same birthday as you, Leanne.
Has
which is
he?
brilliant. Yeah. He's got the same
Stephen?
birthday. Stephen, yeah.
Oh, that's good, Stephen. All the best people are born on the 15th of January,
Absolutely.
Stephen.
Susan says, I miss your birthday. When is it? Well, it used to be the 27th of September. It's now the 26th of September. So at least it's not like one was in May and one was in October or something like that. But lots of September babies as well. My dad is the 30th of September as well. It's just a few days after me, which is brilliant. Loads of you talking about your birthdays in the comments. Lots of September birthdays as well. A lot of love for all of your demos as well, which is brilliant, Leanne.
Oh, that's really kind.
And loads of love for the guillotine as well. Lots of people going for that guillotine. I'm hearing very, very busy on that at the moment. So where have you cut this one? On the actual bottom part there, Leanne?
Yes, I've cut it on the bottom, and you can see I'm doing exactly as I did before with that other concept where I just trim that away. I wish I had my ruler, but never mind. And then...
There's a metal ruler just behind the large guillotine.
Is there?
Yeah,
Oh,
just put your
look
hand
at
around
that.
the side of the large guillotine.
There it is. Oh, thank you
Johnny
so
popped
much.
it in for you when you weren't
Did he?
watching. Yeah.
Oh, and honestly, he was that stealthy. I didn't even see him pop in with it.
Stealth, wasn't he? Like a little crafty ninja.
He was.
Popping in there.
Good grief. I mean, I didn't even see that happen, and it's right at the edge of my desk. I must have been concentrating on other things, yeah. Right, so I'm going to trim that off. Now, why is that? I'm going to get a new knife. I need a new blade in my knife. So I'm going to get a different knife just instead. So we're going to trim this off exactly as we did with our concept before. Get that out there. There we are. That'll do. And that's see, I can't leave it. It's rough. I don't like rough edges, Joe. Do you know what it is? I'm going to try and trim. I'm going to try and tidy that up. Hang on. Let's get in here with the ruler. They're funny, these little metal rulers. I like the Crafter's Companion ruler, guys. Can I just say?
Oh, Johnny.
Come on, Johnny. Have a word with yourself.
You got the wrong. You had one job to do.
You had one job and you brought the wrong one.
Might have been stealth, but you bought the wrong ruler.
Yeah, because you can't really get up beside these, and so I'm having to shred it away instead. You cut it nicely with a sharp knife and a proper ruler at home. And then we're going to line up our die again. So I've done it there, and then I just move it down to the bit I've cut, and actually I'm going to cut that off with that, so I didn't need to really worry about it. And line that up there. There we go. And then cut it again. So I'm just going to tape it in place and cut it once more.
Fantastic. Loads of you loving that guillotine. A lot of chatter about that in the comments. Just order the scissors, says Terry as well. Very busy on the multi-buy, I must say. Remember, the best way to get the best value with the word Edgeables is definitely to go for the big collection. Obviously, if you want to go for the multi-buy, you can. Two for £14 or $20. But best value comes when you get the big collection. Jean Marie says she couldn't get hold of Happy Birthday in this collection recently. So she's glad to see it back. Mary Faulkner says, Joe, do you know if they'll be coming out with Christmas-related dies like these? I don't think there's any plans for any Christmas word Edgeables, is there, this year, Leanne?
Not this year, no, because of the time frame that we work on product, there wouldn't be the time to do that. But that's not to say that we can't consider that for next year for you.
Pop it into the list. On the very ever-growing list for next year. A lot of people saying talking about the weekend, because obviously very exciting this weekend, of course, Leanne. It's the first time we've been live twice a day at the weekends, isn't it? So we're with you basically every single day now, 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. here on Crafters TV, even over the weekends. And we've changed the way our schedule looks. So normally you'd be tuning in for Colour Me Happy at this time in the morning, would be with myself and Leanne. That's now moved into the 4 p.m. slot today. But we're live again at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow. So I believe there's a masterclass tomorrow at 11 a.m. Then the Craft House will be here at 4 p.m. Tomorrow. Derek will be here with you tomorrow and Saturday. He's with Craig both days. And then on Sunday there's another masterclass, and then there's Second Chance Sunday coming your way at 4 o'clock on Sunday as well. And then I'll be back with you Monday through till Friday next week. So very exciting times. 2 shows a day, 7 days a week. We used to do 4 shows at the start of the year, Leanne.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's been so successful. It is brilliant. And do you know what I think it is, Joe? I think it's because here on Crafters TV, it's all about the experience of learning how to use your product properly and having fun, and just really, it's like a big crafty family, isn't it? It's like a big Crafters Companion family. And I think it's amazing. And you've all been with us all the way through that time, and you come back time and again. And honestly, I think it's wonderful. And I really personally enjoyed coming in and doing these shows, spending these couple of hours with you and with my friend Joe and with everybody else who you can't see but's behind the scenes there, just to bring these fabulous inspirational events to you. I think it's really special. I do. I think it's marvellous. Right, so what we would do is we've got the fold back card there, and then we've got the Z in the correct direction. And what I did is I cut out on the long piece the Edgeable, and then I cut it out on the piece that was scored as well. So you can see you've got that there. So you just put all of your score lines back in place, and then you stick that onto the front of your card. And when you've done that, this is what you get. This is just done with a different design. This is with love. But you can see you've got that fab Z fold and the word with love repeated twice there.
Love that.
And it really does. Once you've got all of your lovely papers, and you'll all have all of your Sarah signature ranges at home with all of your beautiful paper pads and other dies and butterflies and things, and you're just going to be able to use those and pop your Edgeable sentiments on them. And I think that's another good point, actually, Joe. I never thought of saying that before. These Edgeable dies don't have any particular real design leaning to them. They're not vintage, they're not modern, they're not traditional. They're just a really good, usable set of dies with a lovely font and all those lovely patterns on the bottom. So you'll be able to, if you did some black card and gilding wax, you could grunge it up. If you did it in a really dark brown card, it becomes masculine. If you do it with all of your feminine florals, it's beautiful and pretty. So all of the ranges that you've already got at home, all of your Sarah signature collections, your other Crafters Companion collections, your stamped cards, your inks, all of those things you can use with these, because actually do this on watercolour card, get your Harmony Water Reactives on them. That's going to look beautiful. You can make it like a rainbow. So I think they're a workhorse. that's going to stay in your stash and just be able to be used so many different times in so many different ways.
Absolutely. I've just had a brainwave as well.
Have you?
I know, it doesn't happen very often, but it does.
Come on then.
You could use two together. Because with a Z fold, it could be someone's got a new job, it could be congratulations and good luck. So it could have congratulations on the front, you open it up and then it's got good luck. Or it could say, you could have hello on the front and then thinking of you on the inside when you open it up.
And happy birthday with love.
Yeah, absolutely. So you could use two together, one on the inside, one on the outside if you wanted to.
Yes, I read. Or hello, thinking of you.
Yeah. Or, there's loads of them you can use. There's loads of different ways to do. And I think that's why it's really important to get the whole collection, because when you've got the whole collection, you've got all 8 of them, it gives you the most amount of craftability, which is fantastic. So you can really pick and choose. £47, $71. Club Inspire members, of course, you're going to get that price even lower than that. Remember, it's triple points too. Not just on our shows here at Crafters TV, of course, absolutely everything on our website as well. So maybe if you've been thinking about a sort of a bigger purchase, maybe you've been thinking about going for the big Gemini or something like that, today is a great day to do it because you're going to get triple the points. Maybe you've got your eye on the next, the next level. Maybe you're a silver eye in gold or a gold eye in platinum. I think this week's definitely the weekend to allow you to do it. Right. Now, let me share with you the Edgeables Essentials collection. Again, I'll just quickly whiz you through the sentiments that you've got in here on each one of these. So you've got thank you in here, which is a really, really gorgeous card. And of course, the way it's been done, I just love all the different ways there are of using it. You've of course got with love, which is this one here. And you can see a couple of different ways there of using that. Hello is within there. You've got good luck in here too. Very, very popular individually, as it always is, of course, is happy birthday. And you've got that in a couple of different ways there. I do love that you can have them either side as well. Obviously, you could go up that way or it could be down that way. It's completely up to you how you layer these up and you configure them. This one here is beautiful. Love it with that that gatefold element there. You've got that's thinking of you. You've also got congratulations here and you've got best wishes as well. So all of those there coming your way. £47 or $71. If you'd like to grab hold of them. Very, very busy on there. Remember, if you want to get them individually, you can. They are available individually. They are $7.99 or $11.99. You can get 2 of them for £14 or $20. Details of the individuals are right there on your screen. Right. Now, I want to share with you the essentials, your essential Edgeable collection that we've put together for you. So first off, you're going to get your Centura Pearl in here, and it is of the colour packs that we do. I think this is, I'm going to say it, the Carnival and this one I think are my 2 favourites. It is absolutely beautiful. So you've got all that lovely soft pastel pinks in there. You've got the lovely lemon. You've got that violet, that gorgeous sort of green, almost like a chartreuse green, and that beautiful pale blue in there. It really is fantastic. 40 sheets. You've got 40 sheets in here. And it's 310 GSM, so it's a really versatile weight, great for using with your Edgeable. So you're going to get that. You're also going to get the low-tack tape. Now, if you were going out to buy another brand of low-tack tape, of which ours, I believe, is totally on par, you'd be looking at spending about £14 just for the tape, just for the 3 rolls of the tape. You're getting that included. Our tape is incredible value for money. And also, you're going to get the pokey tools. Now, these have been out of stock for ages and ages and ages. So great that we've got those in here with that 15% saving for you. Very busy on that, and it'll work beautifully with all of the different Edgeable concepts you're seeing in the show today. The acetate also works brilliantly with your Edgeables too. This is coming to you from Hunky Dory. Our own Crafts Companion Construction acetate has been out of stock for a really long time. We will be getting some. But what you have got here is the Hunky Dory one that we've got. So you can see here, you've got there your heavyweight acetate. You've got 30 sheets of that. It's 220 microns as well. So if you want to grab that, $9.99, $13.99, 30 sheets in that, which is fantastic. Right, are we going to the lacy Edgeables next? These were so popular. I remember having the luxury of launching these here on Crafters TV, and they were so incredibly busy. So what you've got is 6 different Edgeable designs within here. So you've got this one just here firstly. This is your Edwardian Rose. You've then got your heartfelt wishes. Remember, you can do all of your edge. These ones cut at the top as well, not the bottom, as Leanne was explaining earlier. You've got your butterfly lace. This one usually is your absolute favourite, so I don't think it's going to be any different today. It is in the lead already. The ornate henna. I think the ornate henna is one of my favourites. I think it's a really lovely sort of mandala style design that you've got on that one. And this one here is your traditional lace. It reminds me of like going out for afternoon tea somewhere really fancy and getting a doily on your plate with your sandwiches. That's what it's like. I think we need to bring doilies back, you know, Leanne. I feel like the doilies have died out and they need to be, I need a resurgence.
I love a doily.
Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Really lovely. And you've got Venetian scroll here as well. Maybe we could make our own doily. Maybe we could come out with a range of doily dyes. You know, and they were dyes designed to create your own doilies that you make yourself.
Oh, my brain is ticking.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it'd be a great idea.
I think you should watch this space.
If you want to go through all of those, you can get all 3 of them, £40, which is fantastic value, considering you've got 6 in there, and they are a great concept die as well. If you want to get them individually, you can. They're £9.99 individually, or 2 for £18. Sorry, 2 for £15 or $24. I really am desperate for an eye test, you know, Leanne. I haven't had my eyes tested for about 2 years. And just before we started to go into lockdown, I thought to myself, you know, you just know that your prescription needs updating. Well, now we're 6 months later and it definitely needs updating now. I've got a job to read the screen in the studio, so I think just a slight tweak is definitely needed. And I know they definitely need to be done because I've got a very old pair of glasses, Leanne, which has got a prescription in that's weaker than the one I have now. And I actually put the glasses on whilst I was wearing my contact lenses the other day and I could see perfectly. So I think they need a tweak is what I'd say.
I think they definitely do. I think they definitely do. I've decided I need 3 more pairs of glasses.
3 more pairs?
Yes, because I just keep putting them down and losing them. So I want a pair in front of my desk at work. I want a pair sitting on the side table at home where I do my crochet. I want a pair in my bag just in case, and then a spare pair.
You could just have a pair of those, you know, necklace ones.
Well, I did. I got one of those necklaces, and I tried that, and it made me look even more school mum than I already am. And so I got rid of the necklace. But maybe if I could get a nice funky one, that might look like a Prue Leaf version rather than
I love a statement. I think
maybe if I did that.
Statement glasses.
You know, like how Fiona wears the most amazing, chunky, colourful necklaces. If I could get like a statement eyeglass chain of that type, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, who else was I thinking wears chunky necklaces? Theresa May. She always had a big chunky necklace on, didn't she? Very stylish woman. Right, anyway, enough about the fashions of our previous Prime Ministers. Are you ready to take us through these lacy Edgeables now, Leanne?
I'm ready. I'm ready, Joe. Right, so I was just cleaning out a die there because one of our mucky Crafters Companion demonstrators, won't mention any names, sorry Dave, left it full of bits when they put it away. Rude.
What's she like?
What's she like? Right, so I've got the butterfly one here. And we're going to look at how... Oh, look, this one's got loads of bits in as well. I'll just give it a little tap. I don't recommend that you do that at all. I've got my brush, but I need my foam mat and I haven't got my spongy mat. Because also... I'm all discombobulated. Sarah's had to tidy up. I mean, very wonderful that the owner of the company tidies up the craft space. Really, she shouldn't have to. She should have people to do that for her. But she's had a lovely tidy up down here. Only I can't find anything. So I don't know where my sponge is that goes with me brush.
I reckon we should ring her. Get her on the phone now.
Yeah,
I know she's
in the
holiday.
lakes. Where did you put that spongy mat, Sarah? She'd be like, I am in the lakes with my boy.
She's no doubt watching, I'd imagine.
I'm sure she is on her mobile. Right, that'll do. So what I've got is exactly as we had before. I've got my half-fold square card, but instead of cutting it tent style with this concept, I'm going to cut it in the traditional book opening fold. And the reason for that is with the word sentiments, I was saying to you, cuts on the bottom edge, cuts on the bottom edge. The difference with these lacy edgeables are cuts on the top edge, not on the bottom edge. So everything above the design, above this line, comes out. Everything below this line stays in. So I'm going to cut this at the top of my card here. And I'm going to use my repositionable tape again. So I've lined this up on the front of my card. There we go. That's where I'd like it. And then I'm using my repositionable tape. Remember the bit that comes off. So if everything above comes off, that's where my repositionable tape is going to keep it still. And then I can put this through my junior exactly as I was before, leaving it hanging out at the bottom. Now what I am going to do, because this is very detailed, is well, let's do it without and see if we need it first. Do you know, I always like to do that because it's nice for you to see at home whether you do or do not need your metal plate including, because these are ridiculously detailed with hundreds of cut lines. The potential for you to need to put your metal plate in is there, but of course that gets included for you in both your Gemini and your Junior, so you don't need to worry about that.
The ornate henna is in the lead, just in front of the Schmetterlings. The butterflies are in second place at the moment. It's the butterfly lace. Very busy on both of those. If you want those, be quick for them. Looks like it's, has it cut there, Leanne?
It's cut perfectly, absolutely perfectly. I'll give it a, there you go, a little wiggle, you can see it. So actually I'm pleased I didn't put that metal in. And that's a good example for all of you at home as well, where when you see a really detailed die like that, you might, without trying at first, just think, oh, that'll definitely need the metal, which is almost what I did. I'll just put it in, and then it just gives you too much pressure and you'll buckle your card because it actually wasn't needed. So what I am going to do though, Joe, is I'm going to emboss, because with these Edgeables, for all there isn't a phenomenal amount of embossed detail on these, there is some, and it really makes a difference to the finished result. So what I'm going to do is get my plate, I'm putting my rubber mat in, I will take my magnetic out, and then I put my shim in and my clear plate on top, and I'm going to run it through once more.
So what difference does it make in embossing? I must admit, I don't think I've ever really got my head around what difference it makes by running it through with that or the purple mat in there.
I'll show you.
Okay.
And I'm hoping you'll be able to see really clear. So what it does do actually, if you've got embossed detail in the die, in the design, of course, it raises all of that embossed detail. But if you haven't got that embossed detail in the die, what it does is round off the cut edges and stop it, gives it that lovely rounded, manufactured, curved look.
The oof look. I know the look you mean.
You know the one I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than just flat, boring. You know what I mean? So I've got one flat, boring, to show you when you can see, so you can see the difference. Now, because I cut that in the front there, and remember it only cuts on the top, not on the bottom. All you would do is take your craft knife and your ruler, and you just, oh, sorry, you can see me, you can see.
Yeah,
look.
we have a little look.
Oh. There, no roots. That's good. Roots are gone, but you can see all the horrible curls.
When you get out of the shower, does it go straight, your hair? Is it like all straight?
Yes.
I feel like I just don't know. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't recognise you without curly hair, you know.
You're right.
Have you ever straightened it?
Yes. Do you know, Rachel Dixon asked me the same question this morning.
Did she?
Yes. And I said to her, yes, I have. And it looked horrendous. I looked like Vicky Pollard.
If anyone doesn't know who Vicky Pollard is, she is a, I don't know how I can explain it without getting in trouble. It's from a show called Little Britain. I think you guys have it on BBC America. I did for Google. A while. She's like, yeah, but no, but, yeah, but no, but. She's from Bristol. She's very, very funny.
Yeah.
She's very young. She's got a lot of children.
And she wears a pink shell suit.
She does, yes.
Pushes all of our children around in one buggy.
Yes.
Yes. So
that's what you say you look like.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know what? Next time I wash my hair, I'll put my big dressing gown and what have you on. I'll send you a picture.
Well, I think we want to get you, maybe for a fancy dress, I'm thinking you could go as Vicky Pollard. It would be great. Get your shell suit. Yeah,
I won't be seen out with straight hair. Honestly, I look really bad, really bad. So I've cut that away on the top, and you're seeing I just cut it away with my craft knife, my blunt craft knife. I'm sure you'll use a sharp one at home. And if I get a little piece of something there, you can see, there we are. You've got that beautiful design at the top of the card. Now, I just want to show you the difference, Joe, between embossed and not embossed, right? And I'm hoping you can see it here. I might have to put a little bit of ink on. I'm going to get a bit of coloured card just so you can see that design. Right, here we go. So, are we coming close up? There we are. Right, now.
Beautiful.
Oh, fell out. Now, hopefully you can see the difference. So this is not embossed, and so it's really flat, and there's no detail in the middle of the butterfly there, and all of these cut edges just look chop flat. Whereas on this top one, the butterflies, the embossed details in the middle, the texture when you rub over it is beautiful, and the cut edges are actually rounded back.
Like beveled?
Beveled almost, yes, absolutely brilliant way of putting it. It just looks, look, flat. I'm going to get another piece of card to put behind there because it's round.
So if you were inking it, would it make a big difference if you were inking it?
Yes, and we're going to ink the next one actually so you can see it. I just want to show you that there. Look, that looks very flat.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
And then this doesn't look flat at the top. It
yeah,
looks
it looks
more rounded.
More dimensional, doesn't it?
More dimensional. So even though it hasn't got a lot of embossing detail on there, I recommend you do that because it just professionalises the look. It's just one of my top tips. I'm not going to put it in the law court of Leanne for you, but it is a top tip.
It's not in the law court. Okay.
No, I'm not going to make it go into the law court.
Not legislation, just a recommendation.
Yes.
Right,
that's what it is. It's just a recommendation, not legislation.
Right. Maybe we'll legislate it and bring it in at a later date.
Well, you do know I like to do that occasionally.
There's a bit of confusion between recommendations and legislations. It's a whole Pandora's box, isn't it?
At the minute it is, yes, absolutely. I've got another demonstration here for you with this. Do you want to see that, or we're going to have a look at some other things?
I think so. I'm having a lovely time with these ones. So
okay.
Yeah, let's have another one.
I think they're really pretty. Now, I'm going to indulge myself and use my favourite one this time. Oh, I need to plug my Gemini in. I need to swap my machine, Joe. Can you give me 2 seconds just while I swap my machine over? Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
A lot of people saying they love your hair. Love your curls, says Lynn. Robin says love your hair, Leanne. Anne in Connecticut says always wanted curly hair. Mine was as straight as a stick. So it's never happened. I think my hair's got curlier, or not it's not curly as you can see, but it's certainly wavy now, and that only happened as I got older, you know, Leanne. When I was younger, it used to be dead straight.
Yeah, I think it does happen like that.
Yeah.
It's something to do with your hair follicle, isn't it?
Is it? As they get a bit weaker, they go a bit more...
Well, they get more angled. So a straight hair follicle is straight.
Yeah.
Going running down your hair. I mean, obviously, we're doing biology now. Where do we go on these shows? I mean, honestly.
No.
So a hair follicle for straight hair is just straight down, if you imagine a tube. But a curly hair follicle is angled.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is why when your hair grows...
It grows in a curl?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can tell I've done a lot of research to find out why I was born with curly hair.
Why have I got curly hair? I can imagine. And the Google search right now. Yes, but loads of people saying that they love your hair. Malia's in Hawaii says she's got curly hair too, but yours looks better than hers apparently, she says.
Can I make a recommendation to you? Was that Malia, did you say?
Malia, yeah.
Malia, do a Google for the curly girl hair method. And if you're on Facebook, there's a couple of Facebook groups dedicated to that. And actually my hair, if you look back on some of the older Crafters Companion stuff, was just frizz bomb. And I started following that method.
I used to call you Leanne O'Sayer, didn't I, back in the day?
Yeah, you did used to call me Leanne O'Sayer. Cruel. Leanne O'Sayer. I don't feel like talking. But yeah, I mean, yes. So go and have a look at that group and follow their advice. And you'll see a difference in your curls, I promise. So there we go. I mean, I'm just advising people on all sorts this morning, really. I mean,
you really are. Christine says apparently hair gets wavy before it falls out. Thanks for that, Christine. So I probably haven't got that long left with mine, I would imagine. Right, what one did you say was your favourite, Leanne?
Oh, so this one, Venetian Scrolls.
Wonderful.
I love this one. I just think it's so delicate, so impactful. I love it. It's beautiful. It reminds me of kind of a Moroccan or in Thailand, like a beautiful wood trellis. I love it. So I needed to swap out for my Gemini plate this time because I'm going to do a larger concept card and use the die twice. So I'm going to use my repositionable tape as I did before. And I'm positioning it on the right hand side this time. Remember, cuts everything above. So we're going to put our tape here. Just do a little reminder for yourself. Where am I putting my repositionable tape? And then put your sandwich together and run it through the Gemini. And I needed to use the Gemini this time because look, I've got a much wider concept card. That's why I swapped over.
Is there any kind of way of folding that to fit it in your Gemini junior plates, or it has to go through the bigger machine, this concept?
This particular concept needs the bigger machine. However, you could do it on a smaller card, and I'll explain to you when we've done it, the two pieces would be closer together. Okay, but for this size of card, I needed the bigger machine.
Wonderful.
So I've put my sandwich together, and you see I haven't put my metal in again because I nearly did that before and I didn't need it. So we're going to try it again this time without the metal. If it hasn't quite cut, then I'll decide at that point whether I think I need to run it through again or whether I need to put the metal in. But we'll have a look and see what the result is.
What are you doing with your weekend, Leanne Chivers? What's
with
going
my
on with
weekend
this
weekend, I'm going to be knitting a matinee jacket.
A what?
A matinee jacket.
Matinee.
Matinee.
Oh, I've never
that's
heard of one of those.
a baby jacket.
So you're gonna do it all in one weekend?
I am.
Oh.
And I've got a new pattern, and it's a new style of knitting that I haven't tried before, called top-down knitting.
Top-down
And so
knitting.
normally when you knit, see, we're going into all the knitting techniques now as well.
Absolutely.
When you knit normally, you knit the fronts and the back and the sleeves separately,
Right.
and then you sew them together.
Yeah.
But you've got to be a really neat sewer.
Right. Okay.
This top-down method knits the entire cardigan jacket in one go.
In one piece?
Yeah, in one piece. So you knit the fronts, the back, the sleeves, all in one go by casting on once and just knit the whole thing. So I'm going to give it a go because I think it'll be nice.
Sounds amazing.
Now you see there, I did not need my metal plate again. So I'm good with that. I'm just going to remove this. Remember this little bit here, this needs cutting away. Or if you've got your Crafter's Companion scissors and you've got a blunt craft knife, as I have, you could use, there we go, you could use your craft, oh that's nicer. See, you can use your scissors.
Much better.
Yeah, if your craft knife's blunt, use your scissors. Now I'm just going to give this a little tap to get the pieces out because I'm a good crafter. And then we're going to position this on the other side in the same way.
Are you doing a twofer?
Yeah, I'm just doing a twofer. Oh, I love a twofer, Joe.
Oh, lovely.
love
Janet says, I love how Leanne always has advice and tips for all different life situations. She's always got us covered, which is amazing. Lynn says, well, that's very interesting to know. How many layers of fabric is best? Did they say? I usually do 2 or 3, but with an opening. Oh, sorry. I thought Lynn was talking about your knitting technique. She's talking about making masks. There's a lot of conversations go on in the comments over on Facebook. You know that we're not even privy to sometimes. Everyone's sharing all of their tips with. Betsy says, can you please share some of the pictures of your knitting project over the weekend on your Facebook?
My knitting? Of course I can. Yeah, I'll share some. Of course, I'd love to. I can share progress of the little cardigan as it goes along. You can have the experience with me. It's actually going to be for my expected granddaughter who's going to be joining us in September.
Granddaughter.
A granddaughter, Joe.
Oh, is there any names involved yet?
There is, but I think I probably shouldn't.
You sworn to secrecy there.
I think I should probably keep that secret and leave that up to Mum and Dad, shouldn't I? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's only fair. But they did have a big reveal and put on all of the social media channels that they were having a girl. So I'm okay to say it's a girl and not a baby.
Oh, how exciting.
I know. My husband is so excited. He's already planning trips to Disney.
Oh, really?
Yes, already. Taking her to the dress-up shop and just saying, pick the froofiest outfit with the biggest wings you would like. And treating her. I said, well, that's all well and good, love. And I thought that about Marielle when my sister was born, because it's nearly 13 years between me and my sister. And along she came and we couldn't get her out of a ponytail and dungarees. So, she
might be a little girl that loves superheroes.
Yeah,
you never know.
She might be a Batman in a world of fairies, mightn't she? And that's absolutely fine. She can be what she wants to be.
She can be a fairy in a world full of Batmans as well.
She could. She could be. Here we go. Right, so now I've done that two on either side, and this is what I call a kind of a double-edged tent fold, and I really love it. So you can see you've got those beautiful designs down both sides there, and it really is lovely. I'll just turn that around so you can see it there when you decorate that up. But the detail, I'm going to get a bit of coloured cardstock so you can see why this is my favourite. Look at the incredible detail in there.
Beautiful.
And that was cut through without a metal shim. And then I've just got a design here to show you. These can also be stenciled through. So this one, we've done it on 2 angles there, and just before we removed the die, stenciled through with some of our Harmony water reactive ink, which gives you that beautiful colouring on the top edge. So you can do your stenciling with these as well, and I think we'll do some of that at some point in the show. Would you like to see some samples, Joe?
I would love to see some, please.
There are some beautiful examples in here. So you can see you can use it on that cross on the two sides. You can make yourself a decorative panel with the butterflies, and this is a separate panel doing exactly the same technique as we did here, but actually doing it closer together and chopping this off. You've been able to use the butterflies up and down to just make a beautiful centerpiece. The same with that design that I've just cut out, and you can see stenciled through with your beautiful Harmony water reactive ink pads before you remove the dye. It gives all of that beautiful purple relief in there, and those are the areas that would be embossed that I was talking to you about with the butterfly earlier if you embossed it. You can see here we've used it as a lovely panel, and we had some of these dies on earlier in the week, so you can see how you can use them all together. You can layer them up just to make a really beautiful lacy performance. We can use them on a little angle if you like, so it doesn't have to always be cut on a straight edge. I think we might do an angled edge actually soon, maybe with a henna, Joe, because I think you would like that.
Ooh,
Is that
I like this
lovely?
one.
Isn't that lovely? It's like a carnival, that one, isn't it? It's gorgeous.
It is.
Yeah, I love it. And this one here, we've just gone a little bit subtle, but on a big concept card, you can use them. Cut your fabulous luxury glitter cards with them, and use them as a decoration like this out the side of something stamped. This I love, and I really like to show this one because look, if you're not into all of the Centura pearls, all of the glitters, all of the inks and all of the gilding, and you're more into just lovely matte, classy, understated, then look, they look fabulous like that too, just on a lovely piece of matte cardstock. And again with this one, just a lovely little relief with some pretty papers in there. Use them with your fairies and your scrapbook papers, with your craft cards. Use them with your black card and your red card. That heart is exquisite. Butterflies, all Harmony reactive up. I mean, looks gorgeous, doesn't it? That is the, I'll show you this. This is having a standing up and relief like that. I think that's going to be my next demo for you. I'm going to show you how to do that. Yes, I'm going to show you how to do that. Why not? Do you want to see some more if we've seen enough? Shall we keep some for later?
Yeah, we'll save some for later.
Let's keep some for later.
What a great idea. I'll tell you what then, shall I give you a recap of everything that you've seen so far? Because it is very busy across pretty much everything you've seen so far in the show. And there's a lot of stuff as well on this show that we may not even get to. There's great stamps, there's the bright cardstocks, there's the 8x8 cardstocks as well. So the border and word edgeables is what I'm going to just quickly recap for you firstly, which are these ones just here. So this was that 8-piece collection that we looked at first in the show. And in here, lots of really usable sentiments. You've got... Are you okay over there? You got... Thank you. You've also got with love in here as well. Again, really, really usable sentiments that you're going to be able to use every single day, which is fantastic. You've got hello there. You've also got good luck. We've got happy birthday in here, and you can see a couple of different ways. There's a lovely rainbow version of this as well that I will dig out for you a little later. You've then got thinking of you, which is a really great sentiment, a very popular one at the moment. Lots of us sending just because cards or thinking of you card. You've got congratulations on here as well, and you've also got best wishes there too, so you can see best wishes, fantastic. And again, just a little bit of inking over there. Love that there's some of that spot foiled. What cardstock is that? I've seen that before. I feel like that's in the rose gold collection.
No, that was in no, that was in one of our Nature's Gardens collections, I think. Or
yeah, it was in a pad, wasn't it? It was in a 12 by 12 pad. Yeah,
and it might have been the lily.
The lily, yes, I think it might have been the lily. It's got spot foiling on there. It looks lovely in conjunction with those foam flowers. Flower forming foam is it is a tongue twister. It's easier to say if you say it with a Scouse accent. Flower forming foam. See, and then it just comes out. I don't know why, it just works. I'm not sure why. £47, $71 if you want to get those. Remember, we are in our triple points weekend. Triple the points, triple the fun across absolutely everything. You can still, of course, use your club inspired discount as well. Very, very busy on those. They are available in that configuration. They're also available individually and on a 2 for as well. 2 for $14 or $20 there if you want to grab those. Let me remind you of the lace edgeables as well, because these are proving very busy. The Venetian lace is in in the lead. Just about to catch it up though is the Schmetterlings. Those butterflies will be catching up very soon as well. You've got loads in there. So remember, you've got the Edwardian Rose, you've got the Heartfelt Wishes, Butterfly Lace, Ornate Henna, there is the Traditional Lace, and you've got the Venetian Scrolls in there. You can get them all in a collection, as you can see, which is the best way to get the best value. They're all available individually. Check the website for that as well. We've got the Gemini Word Edgeable stamp and dies. Value for money wise, if you were looking for a try me price for our Edgeables, I think you'd be hard pushed to beat this. You get 5 in here for £14 or $23. That's a saving of $10.95 or $16.78 there. So definitely worth grabbing those. You're able to cut the words into the aperture or over the edge of your cards, and you've got the stamps in there that will allow you to customise your sentiment, which is brilliant. The Scoremaster and Enveloboxer. I know we bring this to you a lot, but if you haven't got one yet, I just can't understand why, because it means you'll never need to buy card blanks and envelopes. Again, it is great for all of your concept cards, your Z folds, your twisted easels. All of those things are done using this. And also, if you've got tricky size cards of then to make envelopes for, of course, the Enveloboxer does that for you too, which is brilliant. You can make all your boxes too on that Scoremaster. £18 or $23 there for that one. We've got the Guillotine available on the show for you. It's not really just a guillotine, is it? It's also your scoring tool as well. $19.99 or $27.96, saving you a fifth on that one, which is brilliant. The acrylic stamps, these are our sort of everyday, they're so a bit quirky. Some of them are quite fun. Things like, I'd totally shave my legs for you, one of them says, wishing you a day as unforgettable as I am. That's the sort of card I'd send to someone, to be honest. Quite a cheeky one, that. There's loads in there. Check the website to have a look at all the options there for getting hold of those. The Essentials collection. This is your Edgeable Essentials. The Pastels cardstock is just divine. It is one of my favourite card colour collections that we bring to you here at Crafters Companion. You've got the 3 rolls of the tape in there as well. As I was saying earlier, if you went out and bought the brand leading tape, you'd be looking at paying not far off that just for the tape alone. You also get the cardstock and you get the pokey tool included with us here at Crafters TV as well. You can, of course, use your Club Inspire discount on there as well if you want to. One of our social superstars just texted me to say it was the paper was from the Garden of Love collection that we were struggling on there, so thank you for that. 8x8 cardstock also available for you. You've got the brights here, you've got the pastels, and you've got the neutrals as well there for you. Very busy as always on those. We were very low stocked on those. I think we just had a restock, so they're all available now for you. $13.49 or $17.95 if you'd like to get those. We've also got the bright card and paper bundle on the show, $5.99 or $9.99 if you want to get these. So buy more, save more. So you get 2 of these for £10 or $16. 4 of those would be, of course, £20 or $32. The more you buy, the more you save. That acetate, very busy also. 30 sheets of this, 220 micron is what you're looking at. So it's a construction weight acetate. Great for boxes, wonderful for scoring as well. $9.99 or $13.99. And the glue as well, Colau, our hero wet glues here at Crafters TV. You've got the all-purpose there, and you've got the 3D glue gel as well, which gives you that depth and dimension. Wonderful for decoupage as well. $6.38 or $12.72. Right, we're going to come back, and we're going to come back to the words again. Very busy on the word Edgeables. Just to let you know that you can get them, of course, in the big bundle, which is there on your screen. £47 or $71. A great saving, as well, you can see there on your screen, saving $25 in the US. Or you can go for them on a 2-4. So if you get 2 of them, they're £14 or $20. Happy birthday and thank you are your 2 favourite ones there at the moment. Jean Marie says, I did a top-down jacket for my daughter when she was a baby and they look amazing, Leanne, apparently. So that would be nice. Oh, check this one out from Christine as well. She says, a year ago, I got my hair cut to go on holiday. My hair was quite straight. When I got up the next morning, it started to go curly and it's a mass of curls now. How strange. How strange. Even if I straighten it, it just goes curly. Love the knit down method. Made lots of baby jackets this way as well. Sonia's finishing off her craft room this weekend. She's very excited about that. I'd love to know what you guys are doing your weekend. Let me know in the comments. I am monitoring the conversation over on Crafters TV Facebook page, so make sure you drop me a line over there. Lynn says, I haven't got to the grandparent stage yet. Not long now, hopefully, so fingers crossed. Right, what one do you fancy showing? I know we've seen a lot so far in the show. What one do you want to go back to, Leanne?
We're going to do the words again, Joe. We're going to have a look at how to pop one of those sentiments into a box lid. And I really wanted to show you this in this 2 hours, because if you are making your little gifts like the matinee jackets I'm making, or if you're giving a gift of a silk scarf, or if you're giving a gift of some gloves, or if you're just giving gifts that you've made and you made some chocolates or some fudge or some biscuits, lovely to be able to put in a custom handmade box and include that sentiment in the box. So let's have a look at how we would do that. So actually I'll just show you what it looks like when it's finished, and then you'll see what we're going to do. So here's the box we're going to make. Oh, it's got a bit of my dye stuff stuck in there. Come out. There we are. So here's the box we're going to make. There we are. So you can see that's got that lovely thank you sentiment in there with that lovely little string of flowers. We've got some of those foam flowers on there as well. So you've got your foam flower forming on there, Joe. How do you say that with a Scouse accent, did you say?
Flower forming foam.
Flower forming foam. Can I do that? Flower forming foam.
It just is easier to say, isn't it, like that?
It is, I suppose. Flower forming foam.
You sound more like Joe Pasquale than a Scouser, I must say.
Thank
but
you.
We'll get there.
Do you know my favourite song by Joe Pasquale?
Oh.
Joe? I know a song that's going to get on your nerves, get on your nerves, get on your nerves.
I used to sing that to my brother for hours on car journeys. He hated me for it.
Absolutely. But look, how fabulous is this box? And then, of course, you can put, if you're making fudge, like how Sarah, her fudge is to die for, maybe some little cakes, some little fondant fancy, some shortbread biscuits, whatever it is you want, you can include your gift with your sentiment. All right, so what I've got is my top of my box already cut out and scored, and you can see I've got my score lines in place, and I've done that on my Ultimate Pro, or you could use your boxer board, whichever one you've got at home, and I'm doing it an inch deep. So I've done a piece of card. Let me tell you the measurements so you know. We've got, this is 10.5 inches by 8.25 inches, so that's the width of the A4 card that we've got, and then I've scored at 1.5 inches all the way round, so you can see the measurements there, and you've got those ready in place to make your box lid. Then using my boxer, what I've also done is just given myself a position for my window in the centre, and you can see I've done that at 1.5 inches as well, at the same depth as this here, and I've scored a line in the centre, so 1 inch and 1.5 inches, just so it's available for ready for me to be able to position my die beautifully when I use it. And when I've done that, what I'm now going to do is position the thank you die, and that's going to go at the top of that scored edge, because what that's going to do is give me the line that I need to cut round with my craft knife to make the aperture in the top of the box.
Wonderful.
Okay, so we're going to position that in place with our repositionable tape again, and remember with these ones everything underneath cuts out, so that is where my repositionable tape goes, and because it's a nice big box, then I need my Gemini again because it's a larger concept.
Pam says this weekend, Leanne,
yeah,
she is doing an Excel inventory of all of her crafty items. She's done all of her Chloe stuff and all of her foil press so far. That is super organised, isn't it? So you'd be like, tap, tap, tap. She's going to be like a crafty librarian, able to know exactly.
She's going to be like the Marie Kondo of craft.
She is the Marie Crafto.
Yes, that's what she is.
My
word, I mean, that is, I'm equally impressed, awed, and scared by that.
Yeah, I the idea of Marie Kondoing my life is, I think I like it, and I think I like the idea of it. And then when I have to start throwing things out, then I get a bit like, no. And I do this thing where I have, like, I'm the worst for clothes that I either don't fit in, Leanne, or that I would never wear, but hold sentimental value. So like a t-shirt that I was given by a hostel in Asia when I was travelling in 2015. You know, it never fitted, it's horrible, but I just can't throw it away. Or t-shirts from festivals and things like that. I'd never wear them again, but I can't just throw them away. All of my vests that I wore when I was travelling in Asia again. So I've got all of these things that I keep carrying around. I need to get rid of it. What do you do? You
just bite the bullet. Or once you get yourself a husband, your husband can do it for you. That's what we do in our house, because
they just get rid of all the stuff for you.
My husband's the same, so he goes out and I go through his cupboards and I throw everything out.
Fair enough.
Because if I do it when he's in, he goes through the bags and takes it all back out again.
Right. Yeah, I need someone to be brutal and just get rid of it all, don't I?
So I'm like you a little bit, and I do that, and then it gets to a point where I'm like, I can't cope with this any longer, and then I go brutal. and it all gets thrown out. But then sometimes I'll go a little bit far, and a little bit down the line I'm like, I really wish I hadn't thrown that out. So you've got to get a balance, haven't you?
Well, people in the comments are saying, Joe, you should turn it into some sort of quilt or blanket.
Oh, yes, a memory quilt.
Bits of it all. Cut them up, put them into one sort of quilt.
Joe, get your Gemini and your builder block.
Yeah.
Get your builder block, cut out all the pieces from all your bits of clothes, stitch them together.
Perfect. What a great
people
idea.
do that with their old baby. When their babies are growing up, they do it with their baby clothes, like all the little baby clothes and stuff, to make a memory blanket. Did you ever watch that movie that had Julia Roberts and Susan Sarandon in?
Which one?
Oh, it's called... Everybody tell us in the comments. It's about Susan Sarandon used to be married to a man, and then they got divorced, and he married Julia Roberts. Stepmom. Julia Roberts married the dad then, and was the stepmom to the two children. The Susan Sarandon, original real birth mom, she then contracted cancer and was dying. So she had to align herself. Then she had to make friends with the stepmom because they'd had a bit of a fractured relationship before that. So she decided she was going to be friends with her. And she made a memory quilt for the kids of all of their stuff that she'd been collecting since they were babies, and had that for the stepmom to have for them. I mean, honestly, many buckets of tears were wept when I watched that movie.
It sounds like a pretty sad one, that one.
It was, but it's a fabulous one. It is a fabulous one. So you see, what I did there is I cut it out. I then inked my flowers, and then I cut away with my craft knife and ruler the aperture. And then all I've done, fast forward, all I've done here is pop a little gem in the middle of all of the flowers. And then when you fold up your box and glue it together, I'm not going to do that. You've seen us do that a million times before. Then you've got here your finished box with that beautiful sentiment on there, ready for you to gift any of your handmade gifts that you're making. And of course, you've got
what's going in your box, Leanne?
I would put in my box, Joe, that would probably be shortbread biscuits for me.
Shortbread, delicious.
Or chocolate brownies.
Or chocolate brown. Either of those. Yummalicious.
So that's just and by the way, guys, what you need to do, missed the most crucial bit here. Once you've done that, construction acetate, stick it to the back. And then you've got that lovely, then your gifts don't fall out. Right. So your brownie crumbs and your shortbread and everything and your fudge doesn't come out the aperture hole. So you do need your piece of fabulous construction acetate on the back of that window.
I always think if you want to make your boxes that you make with card and stuff a bit more robust, is there anything you can kind of like paint them in or, put on them to make them a bit more...
So I mat and lay them with Kalal all-purpose glue.
Right, okay.
So I would have some lovely matte and layer panels around here, and then in the base here I would cut another piece of cream cardstock this exact size. I would cover that in Kalal all-purpose, put that other piece of cream cardstock in so you can't see it, and then because Kalal all-purpose sets like concrete, we've discussed that so many times, this bottom loses just stuck it to my dye package there, this bottom loses any movability it's got, and it becomes completely rigid, so you've got a lovely firm tray if you've got a heavier gift.
Wonderful. Apparently, John Werner Jr. is saying that there are companies online, Leanne, where you can send all the t-shirts to them and they create a quilt and a blanket and they send it back to you. So you don't have to do it yourself. I could just send it off to someone. I'm going to have to look into this, aren't I?
Yes, but I think that's a cop-out.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
But, I've been collecting them for such a long time. Can you imagine it's going to be years before I...
No, I think you have to cut them out and make it yourself. It's all about the experience. If you love them that much, you're going to remember, while you're doing it, you're going to remember all the experiences, Joe. You're going to remember it.
Yeah. Maybe I could get someone I know really well to do it for me, and that would feel more personal. Producer Johnny did when he got Bernie to do his memory quilt for his daughter. Well,
there you go. Well, maybe Bernie would do that for you. I thought you were going to say maybe somebody with curly hair who went to the salon yesterday, and I was going to say, whoa.
No chance. You've got a lot of top-down knitting to do.
I've got a lot of top-down knitting to do.
Right, I know that Leanne's going to take us through some samples. Before she does that, I just wanted to share with you this cardstock that we've got. It's the bright cards and paper that we've got on. It's on a buy more, save more as well. Now you get 30 sheets of the most beautiful Centura Pearl paper, but then what you've got as well is you've then got you get 30 sheets of the cardstock, and then you've got 70 sheets of the paper as well. You've got some pearlescent papers, you've got some tissue papers, you've got some uncoated papers, and the paper's wonderful, especially if you're sending card projects and you want to create mats and layers. Obviously, if you're using, good quality cardstock, or heavier weight of cardstock, I should say, it can start to make it quite bulky and heavy. This keeps it nice and lightweight. So if you do want to send it, you're not going to have an issue with that. Right. Do you remember when there never used to be? Remember you could send what you wanted, Leanne? I remember as long as it went in an envelope, it didn't matter how much it weighed. They seem like simpler times now, don't they?
They did seem like simpler times.
Do you know what I mean?
You're absolutely
Sometimes
right.
you send a letter now, it's too big, or it's too small, or it's too heavy,
It doesn't fit that through that hole in the
or it didn't
template.
have this stamp, it needs that stamp. It's a minefield. That's why I've taken, it's a minefield sending things. Right, I want to just quickly take you through these. I sound like I'm a really grumpy old man today, aren't I? I want to take you through these stamps. If you look at the packaging here, you can see what you get from them. So sentiments on here, like I totally shaved my legs for you, which is fantastic. I'll just guide you through a show. I'm not going to read them all out. Wishing you a day unforgettable as I am, which always makes me laugh. Life is all about finding people who are your kind of crazy. Now that is the absolute truth, is what I'd say. This one here, lattes and lipsticks, beautiful. You've also got on this one, I'd walk through fire for you. Well, not fire because it's dangerous, but a super humid room, but not too humid because of my hair. So that's another great one. These are great for just creating like little box frames and stuff as well. You want to stamp these out and put them as little quotes in box frames. They look brilliant if you want to do that. Eyebrows, the one thing you can get into shape without exercising. Fantastic. You've also got here as well, too glam to give a damn. I know a few people I could send that one to. Relax, you're not getting old. That ship has sailed. You've been old a while now. Brilliant. These remind me of, when a silence is golden there, unless you have kids, then silence is suspicious. These remind me would be great if you wanted to make cards, because I don't know about you. Are you a mushy card giver? Are you a funny card giver? Especially like what you write in them and put on the outside, Leanne?
I'm a funny card giver.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
I do love a funny card, and I do love a quirky sentiment like we've got there. Mm-hmm. They're definitely what I would go for.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I think if it's a sympathy card, it's going to be mushy.
Yeah,
it's going to be heartfelt.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for all other occasions, I'm going to make something that's got a bit more of a quirky feel to it, which is why I love those quirky sentiments.
Yeah.
And not only is it going to have that, it might have the odd insult.
Fair enough, you can get away with it.
Because it just makes me laugh.
They do, and I think there's not many of those kind of sentiment stamps out on the market, so it's really great that we've got them here for you. If you want to get them, they're in a big collection, £35 or $40. You're saving 30% on those, which is brilliant. Oh, are you going to take us through some more of those word edgeables,
Absolutely.
Leanne?
I'm just smiling at the card that I got for my mum for, I think it was birthday or Mother's Day. I made one for her, but then I got another one for her on a website because it just made me laugh so much, and it had a picture of a chimpanzee like pulling a face, and it said, I looked in the mirror this morning and I seen you, realised it was me, off to the plastic surgeon on Monday.
That's a good one.
I said that to my mum, and that just made me laugh, because sometimes I do look in the mirror and see Linda, and it can be scary.
So your mum's name, Linda?
Linda, my mum is called Linda. Yes, absolutely. She suits that name as well. She's a typical
My
Linda.
mum's called Karen, and she's a right Karen.
Is she a right Karen?
Yeah, she's a right Karen, yeah.
My mum is an absolute Linda. She is, but I love her. So here we go with these fabulous cards. I really love these word sentiments. You can see here that beautiful with sympathy, just in the cream offset, and then you've got behind our lovely layerable double-sided floral stamps on there. So again, it shows you how you can be using these with all of the things that you've been buying from us and collecting from us over the years. Happy birthday looks beautiful, just with a lovely piece of pattern paper. That's from one of Sarah's butterfly collections, I think. Absolutely gorgeous. Loving the cream cardstock a lot lately rather than white. Happy birthday with some balloon, could be stamps or dies. A lovely piece of fancy paper in the background there. And then all we've done to get that pink happy birthday to matte and layer is just put a piece of a rectangle of pink card behind, and then matte and layer the white on top, and that gives you the birthday in relief. Love this one again, happy birthday with some paper and that lovely double-sided. Is that the double-sided one? No, I think that might be one from Sarah's signature collection. Cupcake on there. Again, we've got with love, and you can see this one has been cut in the middle cut and then overlaid on a piece with the pattern paper at the bottom, so you've got that lovely doily edge on there if that's what you want. This one we've cut it several times and really laid them up, and we've done inking, we've used black cardstock, we've used some purple, we've used some pattern papers, and we've cascaded it all the way down. That makes a lovely impact, doesn't it, especially with your foam flowers up there too. Oh, dropping them down. I like this. It's just simple, nice and simple, this one, and I think it matches my top today.
It does.
And this is just a half fold card on some stamping cardstock with the die cut, and then your Harmony Water Reactives blended behind, and then just a little silhouette stamp and a ribbon. But it's really pretty. You can make a whole box of those, a whole notelet box. Make the box that you've just seen me make with the sentiment in the top, and you're given the box with the die cut and all of the little notelets inside as a gift to make your envelopes on the Ultimate Pro. That would be a wonderful gift. This is from me to you, Joe.
Ah, thank you.
There we go. And then here is a You're Invited one. I love this one. Oh, to my left, other way. There we go. I'm getting wrong for putting them out of shot.
I don't think we've got that one today, Leanne.
Have we not got that one? Oh, that's a shame. But you can see the concept with the flowers on there as well. And here we've got a big card. Love this one. And look, we've done a little surprise fold on the front with the happy birthdays to hide the little toppers inside. I like that. Bit of dimension.
Printed that paper in there, or is it painted? No, it looks painted.
No, that's coloured with Classique markers.
Oh, now there's a seamless link, Leanne.
Did you like that?
I did indeed.
Thank
because
you.
Of course, Colour Me Happy later today in a few hours, about 3.5 hours time. Classiques, isn't it, Leanne? Anyone's not seen the Classiques before, missed maybe our previous ones. Why are they so great? Because they're a bit sort of, they're moving towards the upper end, aren't they, of what we bring you at Spectrum Noir.
So Classiques are they're based on our original Spectrum Noir marker that I designed and innovated probably 9 years ago now when we first launched them, and just is a fantastic quality alcohol marker with a chisel and a bullet nib. It has a proprietary ink formulator which gives you superior blending, to Spectrum Round Crafters Companion, that ink formulation you won't get anywhere else. We've got a very unique colour system which makes the selection of colours, the putting together of colours for that beautiful 3D ombre, effortless to achieve, and you'll just get beautiful results with it without having to really struggle or spend 10 hours learning, and you'll be able to find out how easy it is at 4 p.m. today.
Fantastic. Make sure you join myself and Leanne for that in a few hours' time. Christine sent a picture in of her Edgeables, which looks beautiful. She's done the thank you there. Love that. I love that paper on there as well, Leanne.
That's beautiful. I don't think that's one of ours, but it's an absolute gorgeous one. I really like it. And I love that olive coloured glitter card on there. Doesn't it look lovely?
It looks beautiful. Really, really lovely. Very, very busy on the word Edgeables, as we knew there would be. Loads of you going for them. Remember, the best way to get the best value is to go for the whole collection. If you want to get them individually, absolutely you can. 2 for £14 or $20 if you want to get them like that. Are you just showing that card that you got in front of you?
Well, I was.
Because that was the favourite one of mine that I was talking about that I saw earlier in the box.
I was just showing it, and then I thought, do you know what? That is so impressive. I think we might demonstrate this.
Oh, I love it.
I think we might have a look at that now and just see how you do it, because I had another couple of things to show you. But do you know what? Isn't that fab?
It really is.
And it uses that amazing card pad, those card pads that we've got on the show. You know, your 8x8 ones. That's what we're using.
It makes best use of the aperture, I think, because you've got the coloured cardstock from under the bottom one poking up through the top one. It really is fantastic. You want to go for those 8x8 cardstocks. Brights, pastels or neutrals are your options. The rainbow colours are in the brights, I'm guessing, Leanne?
Yes, they are. They're in the brights. And I love this quality. This cardstock is exceptional quality, Joe. It really is. It's a lovely weight. It's got that beautiful texture on there. You can do all of your distressing techniques with it if you want to, with your embossing. It scores and folds lovely for a card base. It die cuts really beautifully as well. So just very good. I mean, well, everything we do here at Crafters Companion is quality, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest. It really is. We don't bring you anything that's not gone through 47 million tests to make sure it's the best it can be. And that's because I'm in charge of the tests. And so if I insist that it's got to have got to have passed those tests, then pass those tests at will. So you can see what I've done is just take out a few sheets of my card. Now, this card actually is perfect for your little scraps as well. I haven't got a scrap box with these in right now, so I'm just going to use some new sheets. But what it does give me the chance to talk to you about is our guillotine again as well.
It's very busy on that.
Is it? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised it's very busy because it is a really fabulous guillotine. And if you want to be able to do reliable precision cutting, this is the guillotine you need. So I'm going to do some chopping up so we can get the die cutting going, and then we're going to chop some other things and I'll talk to you about why the guillotine's amazing. So I'm going to cut myself, if I was doing a little bit of a wider card than this, I would need a wider piece of card, of course I would. And that's what I'm going to cut, because actually once I've done that, it's best to trim these down once you have laid them up. And I'll explain to you why in a second. So I'm going to cut these at about, let's see how wide this is. I think I'm going to cut them. So that's 4 inches. I think I'm going to cut them at 5 inches wide. And that gives me a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm going with my, actually 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut that. And I'm going to cut them all the same size, 5 1/4, just a little bit wider than I actually need. And look at how great the guillotine is in terms of being able to line that up on the 5 1/4 mark and just have a little bit of a production line going to get all of your cutting done. This is why a guillotine is my preferred way of cutting. I've just been asked a question in my ear. And that question is this the same blade as a sword? It's as sharp as. It's the same kind of material, manufactured in a different way, but the stainless steel material that's being made of this would be like those really expensive kitchen knives that Joe knows about.
Oh,
you know, the really expensive kitchen knives that you get in a big stainless steel box, and
I know, yeah, I know ones.
And you chop your tomato and it just, you don't even get any resistance, it just goes through your tomato. That's the kind of metal and that's the kind of precision and quality you've got on the blade in this guillotine.
And it's one of those things, you'll use it and every time you use it you go, oh. Yeah,
exactly.
And like a really expensive, like, oh. Oh,
yeah.
have you seen how this cuts through here? Have you seen what this does? You show people and they come around, look. Ooh.
And it's the noise. I like the noise. So I really appreciate the noise of this guillotine when I'm cutting. I've got a piece of mirror card here. I want to show you some different materials that it'll go through effortlessly. So a piece of mirror card, and then this is the sound I like. Everybody listen. Oh, you know that's quality and precision when you hear. Let's hear it again. You just know. You can be confident. Ooh. And here's the thing. Look at that. The straight edge without any fraying or buckling on your mirror card. Just beautiful, precise strips. And then if I fold this over to meet again and we do that little test, and you know, people selling you guillotines won't do this test because it's really, really hard to get that to happen. We never shy away from doing this for you live on TV with the piece of card that we've just cut in front of your eyes, because we know that is the precision you are going to get with our guillotine. It really is, guys, immense. It is just quality personified and will make your crafting experience so much better because you're not worrying about this special piece of cardstock that you've been saving. It's got to do another 10 projects because it's your favourite piece. We've all got them. And you just want the fly's eyelash off the bottom to add a little edge on on a project that you're working on. And you don't want to waste it. This guillotine gives you the confidence to know that when you cut your special little piece of cardstock, this is all intact and not wasted. But your special little piece is here, ready to do the job you intended for it. And the rest is saved for another day. And it is absolutely precise, as you can see there, and again, not shying away from doing that live for you, and you can see how it matches up absolutely perfectly. It's brilliant, honestly. It's really the cutting tool you need in your life.
Rose says her 23-year-old son was very impressed by the guillotine. Love the sound. Lisa says got 2 of the guillotines. I just ordered one for my mother. Nothing compares to them. Yolanda's got the large and the small ones. Both are great. I love it. Have all of them too. All other cutters have gone into the garage, Shadai says, that she bought previously.
And you know what? Nothing better than customer testimony live like that on a show, because you can see that not only am I telling you it's fantastic, but all of your contemporaries, all of the people, all of your friends and your crafty people who you love and talk to in these shows all the time when you join us are telling you that that is absolutely the case. So I've got here a piece of our foam double-sided adhesive, and that's really thick, and I've got a card backing, I've got a bit of foam, I've got glue on here, and I've got a carrier sheet. So that's a bit of a job for a guillotine actually, but not for our guillotine. And I've got a lovely straight piece of double-sided adhesive cut with our guillotine. It truly is fabulous. And we're just going to listen to that noise again, Joe, because it's amazing. I've got a piece of matte mirror card here. Let's do this. Are you ready? You just know. It sounds confident because it can do the job, and you can get exactly the same
if you
sizes.
love quilling, I'm guessing.
Oh,
Make
brilliant
quilling
for that.
strips. Yeah,
absolutely
wonderful.
brilliant for that. Anything that you need to do that needs precision, this is perfect for. And then of course, don't forget what we talked about earlier. You have got included your fabulous scoring tool. So I've cut that at 6 inches. I'm scoring it at 3 inches. I've got a gift card. And that scoring tool clips in there so you don't lose it. So you've got all of your scoring included too. It's just the tool you need. It's the tool for confidence in cutting. And here's the thing, matting and layering is essential when you're making cards. Never make a card where you don't mat and layer, because I don't trust a card that isn't mat and layered. You need it to make it look gorgeous and frame all of your layers on there. But they need to be straight. If you've got mats and layers that are a little bit wonky, donkey's back leg, a little bit wavy, a bit fluffy because the trimmer you've got, the blade's gone dull and it's not cutting properly, you've had to yank it away, a bit like my craft knife earlier. You don't want that. You just want lovely straight lines that are really symmetrical, and this machine will deliver that for you on lots of different materials.
Oh, fantastic. Very, very busy on the guillotine. Remember, it is available for you there in the show. Details are, to get those details back up for you, $19.99 if you're in the UK, or $27.96 if you are in the US. Remember as well, triple points across absolutely everything all weekend, right the way through until the end of Sunday. So, or if you were wanting to go up a few levels, the classics that we've got on the show later, I reckon they'd bump you up to, they'd go up. You'd get up to about silver, I reckon, on just the first purchase with the classics that are coming up later. That's in the Colour Me Happy show. Of course, it'll be here all weekend as well. Saturday and Sunday, Derek's going to be here. Derek and Craig are with you all weekend, actually, I think, this weekend. So that'll be a party. So make sure you join those two for that. Myself and Leanne, we're taking you into the weekend in a few hours as well. Very busy across pretty much everything you've seen thus far on the show. Is it self-sharpening? Asked Melissa, the guillotine, Leanne.
Yes, because it's got another metal blade that it runs past.
Right, okie doke. So that keeps it nice and sharp, which is always good. Very busy for the Border and Word Edgeables. Do you want me to just remind you again of the options? Well, I would say they're options because they are available individually, but pretty much everyone is getting them all together as a collection. So in here, you've got Thank You. You've also got With Love in there as well. A couple of different ways of using the With Love. You've got Hello. I've gone a bit fingers and thumbs towards the end here, Leanne. Don't know what's going on. You've got Hello. You've also got Good Luck in there as well. Happy Birthday, which is always the most popular. You can see another great way of using the Happy Birthday there as well. You've got Thinking of You, which is fantastic. And I'm knocking everything over. You've got Congratulations in here too. And also, you've got Best Wishes in there as well. So all of those for you, £47 or $71 if you want to get hold of those. Right, did you want to have a look at some cardstock next? Oh, we're going to finish the card that Leanne's doing. Oh, I think our producer Johnny's gone a bit deaf. I think it's catching, you know.
Well, actually, you could look at something else if you want, and I could get it 2 or 3 pieces ready for you.
Oh, all right.
Why not?
Tell you what then, should we have a look at... Let's have a look at the card and paper, which is this one just here. Let's also I'll show you that Essentials Edgeable collection in a moment as well, because that's fantastic. Now, I love this paper. So what you've got is you've got that wonderful pearlescent cardstock, but you've got it 30 sheets of the cardstock. You've got it in the lovely deep red, the orange there, which is a pumpkin colour, and you've got that lovely sort of lemon sorbet colour. Then what you've got is your papers. Now, your papers are a much lighter weight. Now, you've got some coated, you've got some pearl, you've got some uncoated ones as well that are kind of like a tissue paper or a Mulberry paper, which is fantastic. So all of those are available there for you, which is brilliant. Loads that you're going to be able to use those for as well, from card blanks with the card to all of your different mats and layers and everything you might want to use for tissue paper as well. $5.99 or $5.99 or $9.99. Two of those for £10 or $16. Of course, the more you buy, the more you save there, which is great. Now, the Essentials collection, the cardstock is just divine. On this is your Centura Pearl cardstock that you've got here. It's a 310 GSM cardstock. You've got 40 sheets of this here as well. Now look at how beautiful that is. You've got those lovely dusty pinks. You've got the lovely lemon in there, that gorgeous muted violet, the green there, and you've got that powder blue as well, that baby blue in there as well. You can really see just how shiny that is. It is absolutely beautiful cardstock and really a versatile weight there, from construction to card blanks too. So definitely get that. That's not all you're getting. I mean, great value just to get that on its own, to be frank. You're also going to get the pokey tool included, which is this one just here. You get two of those. They've been out of stock for ever, so it's great to have those included. And you've also got to get the low-tack tape in there as well. 3 rolls of that on the holders too. £14 or $18.50. Great to get all of those together. Let me share with you the lace edgeables again whilst we're here as well, because the lace edgeables are proving very busy, as they always do, in fairness. What you've got in here are 6 edgeable dies for you. These ones cut at the top rather than the bottom to give you a bit of a different feel. And in here you've got the Edwardian Rose, which is that one just there. You've also got Heartfelt Wishes. You see the little hearts. I didn't initially see the hearts when I first saw that die, so really great if you want to accent those. You've got the Butterfly Lace. Now this one generally is the busiest. However, I hear that the Venetian Scroll is giving it a bit of a run for its money today. You've got the Ornate Henna, which is this one here. Oh, this one is the most popular, is it? Oh, chances of that. You've also got the traditional lace, which is that one there. And then finally, you've got this one here. This one is your Venetian Scroll. I think this one is Leann's favourite. They're all very, very beautiful. They're available individually or on a 2-4. How you decide which one is beyond me. So if you're managing to just pick a couple of those, you're a better person than I am. If you want to get them, they're on $2.15 or $24 if you want to grab hold of those ones. Don't forget the glues. Very busy, as they always are. We don't often really bring you multi-buy offers on our glues. With this one, what you've got is you've got the all-purpose, and you've got the 3D glue gel in there as well, which is like a silicone glue gel. It doesn't have that smell. It gives you great depth and dimension when you want to do things like your decoupage. The all-purpose was the one that Leann was talking about, using between mats and layers to give your boxes a bit more rigidity. So you've got both of those in there, $6.38 or $12.72 if you want to go for those ones. Right, how are you getting on over there, Leann?
I'm ready. I'm prepared for you. So I've cut out a few layers already, and then I just want to show you, I've waited, how I'm lining this up so that we can get the happy birthday running in the see all my lovely layers up here ready. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at the straight edge here on the Edgeable, and I'm lining that up with this parallel to the straight edge of the cardstock that I've cut. And we know it's straight because we use the guillotine. So I'm going to get them all running in the same direction. So I've got that there, and then remembering that everything cuts out below, so positioning that with my repositionable tape, and then I've got my junior plates, and I'm just whizzing this through the Gemini widthways.
Wonderful. It's such a beautiful card concept, this one.
I love it. Yes, it's really pretty. I think it makes a huge impact, especially if you get a pad of those. I mean, see, if you did this in the greys and blacks, it becomes masculine. If you did in the pastels, really pretty. You do it in these brights, carnival. Absolutely. I mean, it just changes. You can do the same concept with any of the sentiments in different colours, and it will just change the look and feel time and time again, and gives you all of that design capability, really.
You could just put one of everything on. So if you haven't sent someone a card for a few years, you just You don't need to send them a card. Just put one of all on and say that's all bases covered now for a little while. So don't expect one for a while.
That's the last 10 years. You're not getting one for another 10 years. That's exactly the sort of thing I would do. So you see, I've done that on all of the different colours of cardstock. And because I lined up that straight edge on all of the colours, they're all running parallel. So now we just need to glue these together. So we work from the top up. And I just use my, what this is, tape pen. That's the word.
From the top up or from the bottom up?
Bottom up, yes, bottom up, sorry. Top down, bottom up, in my word. I think I need my sandwich.
Just checking, I didn't know that was right.
I'm having sugar withdrawal, I need my lunch. And then I'm just lining these up, and again I'm lining the straight edges together to make sure that they stay nice and straight. So make sure they run parallel. Stick that down, and that's how you've got the happy birthday from the one underneath shining through. And then you do that for all of them. So you just pop a little bit of tape on, and actually it's probably better to put it on the bit that you're sticking down rather than the bit you're sticking, and then you don't get glue where you don't want it. Line it up the straight edge again on both sides, and because I cut them with my guillotine, they are perfectly straight and even. I can line that up there. Now I've got the yellow happy birthdays coming through, and you could actually put a line of tape pen on there when you're gluing them down. Which is why these are nice and flat. I'm just showing you how it's been done. You could use a wet glue as well if you wanted to.
Okay, loads of different ways of doing it, which is fantastic. Hopefully we'll have the tape runners back in stock soon. A couple of people in the comments mentioning them, the fact that they are out of stock. Yeah, they are indeed, but the best way to make sure you get them when they come back in stock, pop yourself over to the website, go onto the item, search for it, and then underneath it, it will say there's a box. So you put your email address, say notify me when it's back in stock. Always make sure you've popped your details in there, and we'll ping you an email the moment it comes back in stock, which is fantastic. So you never need to miss it. Evelyn's saying, what size did you cut the different layers of paper, and how did you work that out, Leanne?
Okay, it doesn't really matter. I'm just getting them out my bin for you to show you. Right, so rummaging in the bin again. So you see, actually, I've just done it randomly. I haven't worried. And if I turn this over, it really doesn't matter because it waterfalls at the back. Right, and then if I show you this one on the edge, on the side, you might be able to see that actually some of them stop short and some of them go a little bit further and stop short and go a little bit further. Doesn't matter, as long as it's enough that you can overlap it and you've worked out the depth of this one, then the rest of it just falls into place.
Fantastic.
So don't worry about it too much, because you can see they're all uneven there, but it looks lovely and even on the front.
Wonderful. Good to know.
And then once you've done that, if you wanted that smaller, if you wanted that shorter, I mean, you could make a card this size for that to go onto if you wanted and make it wider, but actually the whole point of me doing this was because I wanted to trim it right next to the happy birthday, and how better to do that than with a guillotine of the quality of ours. So I will line up where I want to cut that. I'm going to do it the other way because I like... So here's the thing, here's another top tip for you with the guillotine. Oh, I love that. I've just nearly done that and changed that, I can tell you. I want to cut this little piece off here. So actually what you might all do at home is push this all the way through and then try to trim it like that. Keeping it straight when you've got a really big piece hanging out this side can be tricky, because what you want to do is butt up the maximum amount to this butt edge here, which is why we include it. So actually I've turned that round, and I would be tempted to not only turn it round but turn it over, and then I can butt that up at the top edge, bring that along to where I want to chop it, and I can see my happy birthday here, and I know they all line up underneath, so I'm not going to be chopping the H off anywhere. Get it to the depth I want, and then my guillotine, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got 5 different layers of cardstock there, because it's a real quality one, will come through effortlessly. I've got a beautiful straight edge, and now this is the perfect size for my card. And that's how your dies, your card, your tools, everything that we sell you, your glues, everything that we bring you here at Crafters Companion come together to give you the quality and all of those things so that you can create with confidence and know that it's just going to work.
I actually quite like them left a bit loose, you know.
I
don't mind it.
Do you not mind it?
No, I actually quite like it.
Got a bit of movement in it, yeah.
Yeah, like a little floaty skirt.
Oh,
right, I want
like
to quickly... It really is, isn't it? I want to quickly just touch on the texture cardstock that you've seen Leanne using there. This one here is the bright. It's really beautiful pop of colour within here, which is fantastic. All of those really bright tones. It's also available for you in the pastels, which is here, also lovely. I think you're just going to have to go for all of these. I don't know how you're going to choose which one you're going to go for. And you've also got it here as well in the naturals too, which is brilliant. So you can see there all of those neutrals, is it? Oh, neutrals, naturals, tomato. It's there as well for you. $13.49, $17.95 if you want to go for those ones. Should we finish where we started? The word Edgeables, the absolute star of the show. The word Edgeables, or the Debbie Fisher-balls as I call them, because our lovely Debbie had a hand in putting these together. Here you can see what you've got. So you've got thank you. You've got 8 different sentiments within here. So this one is thank you. You've then got with love as well, which is just there. Again, lots you can do with these. Loads of different ways of using them, which is brilliant. You've then got hello, which is that one just there. You're going to get good luck in here too. You've got happy birthday, which is just there. A couple of different ways of using that one. Thinking of you, done as a lovely gatefold there. Best wishes. I love that there's so many different ways that you can place these and use them, which is fantastic. Or you can just use them on your card as a topper, as you can see there with congratulations. Of course, it all starts with you getting them. £47 or $71 if you want to grab all of these. Don't forget about triple points, of course, as well, all weekend here on Crafters TV and across absolutely everything on our website too. So go knock yourself out over there. Lots of love for the Guillotine as well, which is fantastic. Lots of you saying how much you love that. Some of you waiting for the large one to come back in stock as well. All right, myself and Leanne are going to get some lunch now. Leanne, it was lovely spending a couple of hours with you. Should we do it all again later?
Yeah, why don't we do it again at 4 o'clock, Joe?
Oh, and why don't we do some colouring?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that sounds fantastic. Right, we're going to go and get a cup of tea, have some lunch, have a bit of a natter, and then we'll join you back here in, 3 hours' time. So make sure you join myself and Leanne for Colour Me Happy later. Make sure you've got the free download as well. Go to our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk/colour-me-happy. Get that download printed out and get ready to get colouring in with us. We're going to be bringing you the classic markers later. So if any of your alcohol markers you've got, get those out and we'll have a lovely couple of hours colouring, taking us into the weekend. Right, I'll see you back here in 3 hours, and in that case, take care.